Here's another YouTube. I'm just gonna play again. This is Omikron. And Omikron was the game I really liked. The intro here is really loud. It's incredibly loud. I'm sorry. But let's let a little of it play, because it gets boring quick.
Drink Queta-Cola, the energizing drink with radioactive quanta extract. Queta-Cola, the drink for today's youth. Be cool, be in. Drink Queta-Cola.
Alright, I mean, that's enough of that. Okay, so new game. James. And this was a very cool game when I originally played it. I wish I had kept the box and everything. I kind of wanted to play this because a lot of people haven't. And Quantic Dream just released Beyond Two Souls. Not just, but a little while ago. And I liked it, but I feel like this game was inarguably better. Here's the first thing I liked about it.
And very little time. My name is Kale. I come from a universe parallel to yours. My world needs your help. You're the only one who can save us. I succeeded in opening a breach between my world and yours. Through your computer, you can
the
enter our
game
world and help us.
is itself your interaction with the game. Now, this might be stupid, but I always thought this was very cool.
But hurry. There isn't much time.
The game actually accepts that you are the player. In the game, you are the player. You are the player of the game in the game. That was kind of neat to me. So, we got to accept. So this is a really messy game, which is why I liked it so much. This game has FPS elements, side-scrolling fighting, well, more like Tekken-style fighting, adventure game stuff, dialogue trees, puzzles, all kinds of shit. It's got tons and tons of stuff, which is really, I mean, it feels overwhelming. Oh, you have Percenter. And it had neat facial capturing, but it's sad to me to see Quantic Dream not be as, I guess this is a let's not play, because I'm just gonna fucking make you guys listen to me talk over the game and barely play it. Quantic Dream got a lot less ambitious. Like, Beyond Two Souls was nice, but they could have done things in it that would have been cooler. Like, you know, you had this whole sub thing of it's like, oh, she's kind of like Carrie, right? But they don't do it to its full extent. Like, they have room trashing sequences, but they're all pre-scripted things, and you can't do it on your own. You can't do it for no reason. It would have been cool. Like, there are scenes where guys try to rape you or whatever. It would have been cool to have those scenes happen where you could attack them beforehand, where you could actually make some choices that are meaningful choices. Because, you know, there are parts in the game where you make choices, but they never come back. Like, you could basically burn down someone's house. But no one ever goes like, no, Jody, you can't leave the lab. You burnt down someone's house last time. It never comes up. It's a little silly. So he tried to suck out our soul, but he got interrupted. And it always had such weird, like, camera angles. The game did the very surreal feeling very well. And I don't know, Beyond, and especially Heavy Rain, which I think Beyond was a better game than Heavy Rain. But Beyond had its issues, and I feel like it would have been solved. Oh god, how do I walk in this game? Arrow keys. Can I switch it to W? Yeah, let's switch it really. Oh. Alright, it's there. So, controls to mouse. Adventure forward. Oh. God damn it. What? Okay, here we go. And, oops, there are 2 men. And here you could see adventure, swimming, shooting, fighting. So, oh right, now my menu uses WASD. So this was like a pretty out there game for the time, and it was, you know, like almost a little more than I feel people could handle. So you have this game, it's got a bunch of shit like jammed into it. Right, and here's the little tutorial, but whatever. So it's got all this shit jammed into it, and it's really cool, and it's got like a soundtrack by fucking David Bowie, and you pick up rings just like in Sonic, kids. You know, it just was so overwhelming when I originally played it. It was such a weird thing. It was like, before I played this game, I didn't know games could be like this. I didn't know games could be these really, like, beautiful, weird things. And I forget if I played this before or after Rising Zan Samurai Gunman, but that was another game that was just weird, and you didn't understand that games could be that way. So it's sad to me to see Quantic Dream produce these sort of more and more normal games. And here, David Bowie's about to blow us away. I'm going to make you listen to it all. But see, this is the city. You gotta understand, for the time, this was wild. Just listen. That guy was walking pretty quick, huh? You know, it's really difficult for me to be quiet. Feels like they change field of view a lot for some shots, too. And directed by David Cage. He really did good work on this. He really did. And it's funny because you go to a Wikipedia article for this, and they mentioned that David Bowie had input. So here is, so we can, you know, call like quick travel. And this is another thing. This was one of the earlier games, I think, with you know, quick travel and things like that. So let's go to his apartment. And So they're the little cabs, and here, let's see, can I get you some backstory yet? So there's my character. Interests void. Oop, doesn't work. I have to examine it. Oh. Whoops, there we go. Oh, so it's an advertisement for my thing. How do I go back?
Oh my god.
Sorry about that, but well, you are getting these for free. Oh, my cab disappeared. Oh well. Okay. So all the cars are like unmanned. And it's this really crazy kind of totalitarian society. So we're gonna go to the apartment. And it had such a nice look. Everything manages, despite being futuristic, looking like really ancient. I always liked that. And no, it doesn't use the key automatically. You have to use the key. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like I was saying, there's going to be a segment coming up, which is another interesting part. But before we do that, I wanted to say that, you know, David Bowie apparently, according to the Wikipedia article, had input with the game's design. And that's always, like, that was kind of interesting to me, because, you know, I'm playing Beyond Two Souls, and I'm, like, wondering, like, how much input do you think William Dafoe had, or Ellen Page? Like, Ellen Page, if you showed her the room trashing sequence, she probably would have said, like, why isn't it more fun? You know, that's fucking good input. And I'm sure David Bowie, he's there and he's like, well, why don't we just make it crazy? And everything's like blocking. Look at this funky apartment. There's this thing. I bet you David Bowie did that. You know? Look, there's a fucking thing here. Like all kinds of shit. Look at that. Explaining rings. To go watch the binary stream.
X24 Center for Variable Weather of Sector 12 has had a slight technical problem which did not permit production of the storm expected at 1:41 p.m. The central computer X has established the birth rate for the next 2 years.
Be happy. Everything is fine.
Funny stuff, right? So yeah, this was a really, really neat game to me when I was younger, and you know, I don't know why we can't have, I mean, there are weird games like this out there that are trying a bunch of, look at him go, they're trying a bunch of cool stuff, you know, but they're so few and far between. Were those actually called shekels? They're few and far between. It seems like there's not a big, uh-oh.
Cal, I love you.
I'm having memories. But yeah, it's just everything has this like great funky look, like, oh, I got a bank, and like, yeah, all kinds of stuff, and you don't get this in games. And it's funny because people bitched about Beyond Two Souls Oh god, I could show you the fighting. Yeah, let's do that while I talk. Maybe I'll play more of this, maybe I won't. But, like, first of all, Kale, good work. You have a fucking entire room devoted to teaching the player how to fucking play probably one of the most obtuse things in the game. So let's look at the controls really quick. Fight controls. It changed it. Ooh. This is gonna be weird. Okay, so let's just let's just restore that to default. Okay, and we'll just try to, oops. Oh, it restored everything to default. Well, great. Let's just do this. So,
Hello, Agent Kale.
let's just. Oh, do I have to actually?
Thank you. Ready. The fight is about
So
to
it was just such a funky game, and I don't know why they don't do it. They could have done. Looks like he just broke his damn neck there. Looks like they could have done so much more with Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, let's see how well this works. Oh yeah, fucking I know Kung Fu. They could have been a lot more, I can't even remember the word. They could have been more ambitious, I think, with a lot of these games. Especially, you know, all of them, really. Indigo Prophecy, Beyond Two Souls, and I need to learn how to block. I think this really takes away your health, which is a fucking a ton of bullshit. So they just, I don't know if it's like they don't care about making something really cool or what. I just kind of rambled through this. Let's meet our girlfriend, and then I'm gonna go eat. And this will be my fucking YouTube. I really, but you don't pay for these, so you can't be mad. You're getting this for free, dude. Can we have a chemical shower? It's a funny game. It's more funny than it is fun. Oh, you can't take a shower, but you can't pee. Okay. And it just irritates me that it feels like there's not much out there trying to do something like truly unique. And I'm not trying to say this was super amazing or like 10 out of 10 most historic game ever, but they really were trying to do something unique, and you could tell, you can see the influence of maybe like saying, hey David, what do you think about this, you know? Because you saw it with BioWare, you know, the games where Black Isle Interplay stopped publishing for them are way worse. They just are worse. And I feel like, you know, you have a game like this and you want it to be cinematic and actor driven, but, you know, then they probably didn't talk to anyone who's well done acting. Hey, what the? Oh, and these are the save points. You know, and not to be too hard on them, I don't know how they handled the actors with Beyond Two Souls, but why won't it let me type? Oh, it just, I have to name it new save. Okay. You know, who knows what they did, but you look at that in Indigo Prophecy and fucking Heavy Rain, and they're just really not ambitious products or projects. Then you look at something like Shenmue, and Shenmue is effectively very similar to Omikron. It had these weird adventure elements, it had mini games, it had fighting that wasn't very good, and it was a game where they were trying to do everything. And then you have these games where they're like, well, this is going to be a cinematic game, but all they tried to do is make a cinematic game rather than making all kinds of nonsense. And this is my girlfriend. Look at him holding his hands up. This fucking facial cap tech.
I thought I'd never see you again. Where have you been? I haven't heard from you in days.
So now we can answer. I always like to play it straight.
Kale, are you sure you feel all right? Do you want me to call a Meditech? Four days ago, you didn't come home from work. I called your office in security headquarters. They said that you and your partner, Den, had gone out on an investigation and that they hadn't heard from you. That was all they could tell me. You're an investigating agent in the Omikron police. When I realized you'd disappeared, I tried to find Den to ask him if he knew anything. But he'd disappeared too. You're right. Maybe you can find out more at your office in security headquarters. Oh, Kale. I'm so glad to have you back.
Aw, yeah, you know what's about to happen. Where's she going? Well, it's not to the fighting arena, that's for sure. Different kind of arena. Oh, and look, she dropped the gun, and I can pick it up. That's neat. Like, see? Little touches, right? So, this is probably the first video game NTR, isn't it? Or cuckold.